In this video I'm going to show you how to tie the Reverse Combi Rig. So let's switch back to the overhead camera and have a look at this rig in more detail. The tools needed for this job are a pair of scissors, a lighter and 2 baiting needles. Now I'm using a little tiny piece of fluorocarbon here, it's a Signet fluorocarbon, and of course I'm using a choddy hook. Now this knot, I think it's called the whipping knot. It's a little bit different to doing a normal knotless knot where you actually whip from the back and you do it in reverse. So now you make a loop and then wrap your hook link around. It can be difficult using stiff material, so it may take you several attempts to actually get this particular knot right. So after pulling it tight, you then add a bait ring. So I've used a small ring, and now all I do is pull that hair, so-called hair, back to form a small D. So trim off with a sharp pair of scissors, and of course with your lighter blob the end to secure the D and make sure it doesn't actually pull through the eye of the hook. And there you go. There it is. That's the business end of the Reverse Combi. Now this next bit is relatively easy, but it can be confusing. So I'm using the soft coated hook link from Signet. So I'll peel away 12 inches or so of 25 pound, cut again with a nice sharp pair of scissors. I want to strip away about 3 inches of the coating, and now I fold back to make a loop in the fluorocarbon section that you've already tied to your hook. So now you've created a little loop. Now with the uncoated part of your coated, go through the bottom and up through the loop, pinch it together. Now this is where you need to wrap around both of those bits of fluorocarbon you can see there in my right hand. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now with that tag end, pass it through exactly the same way as it entered, so they both come out the same way, and now you slowly tease down and pull tight. Once it's tight, it looks a very impressive knot. Now on the other end of the coated hook link, I'm going to tie a figure of 8 loop with a splicing needle, go through the loop and hook up and pull through to create the figure of 8 loop. Now it's one of the strongest loop knots you can tie. As you can see, a nice figure of 8. Pull tight, trim with a nice pair of scissors. Now I'm going to use one of the small anti-tangle sleeves from Signet. Now go in with your splicing needle through the big end, hook up your loop on your hook link and pull through, exposing the loop at that end. Now with a quick change swivel, size 8, hook up the loop onto the quick change part and then pull your anti-tangle sleeve over the swivel, securing the hook link in place. And there you have it. Now you can put a little curve in that fluorocarbon section if you like. It's entirely up to you. On the knot section as well, you can add a little bit of putty when fishing a pop-up. So I'll use the Signet tungsten putty. This stuff's amazing. It's so sticky, it sticks to everything, and of course even in cold weather it still works fantastic, and when wet too. So it works really well when it's wet. So you could quickly mold that into place over the top of the knot. Obviously use as much or as little as it needs to balance your rig, and there you go. The bottom rig there I've made out of the Signet Stiff Mono, and the top one is out of the Signet Fluorocarbon. There it is, folks. Thank you very much for watching. Again, if you like this video, please subscribe, like and hit that notification button. And before you go, just remember it's up to you to ensure your rigs are safe. So I'll see you next time.